You all so much for tuning into Town and Country. I'm your host, Alicia Lewis. Listen, I'm super excited. You guys know it's Friday, so that's my favorite day of the week. We are having some fun on TNC today. So we are starting off in the TNC kitchen with Trudy Terry of True Delicious Bakery. She brought some of her specialties, which is red velvet cupcakes, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to Town and Country. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty good. All right, so I'm super excited. First of all, I told you I knew who you were. I was introduced to you by Pastor Lawrence Knighton, so shout out to him for giving me this plug. I wanted to have you on to talk about your bakery. So how did you begin, or when did you begin baking?
I began when, basically it's a long story. And it's amazing how as you're growing, you don't realize what the journey you're about to take till years later. So as a little girl, I used to always want to watch my grandmom and my aunt, bake, and they would always say, girl, get out the kitchen. And so moving forward, I took up one of the classes in home economics, and so Ms. Huffman was the one that really gave me the techniques of how to bake. And so even not thinking that would be something that I would pursue later in life, I went to school because I have a passion for doing hair. And so as my journey continued, I started working for Walmart. I lost my job, and then I started pursuing this because this was a hobby for me. And so I started doing this full time, and here I am now doing this, this baking, the thing that I love. So it is a passion. It's something that I love to do. So
yeah, so I took a look at your social media, and I see that you specialize in several things.
Yes.
So I want our viewers to know, what are some of the things that you specialize in?
I specialize in doing wedding cakes, different character cakes. Whatever you want, I can make it.
Okay.
If you send me a picture, I'm not going to necessarily duplicate the picture, but I make sure that I get it close to, or if not better, to what they're asking for.
Gotcha. And so I want you to kind of talk about one of your career highlights. What is something that you are super proud of that you accomplished in your career?
In my career on this journey, I'm very excited that I pursued this career because it was something that I love. It's my passion. And I've taken up different courses with business management, business technology. And so, but this is the one that I feel that God has, given me the gift to be able, to specialize and to cater to people and, with what I do, because this is something that I love to do. And I love to make people happy. I love to make them smile.
Yes.
And even though, through my pastries.
Yeah.
So I'm on a journey. And this is part of the journey. So I'm just hoping that I'm able to continue to make people, smile through their stomach.
Yeah, that's the way. All right, so I don't want to waste any more time. I want to go ahead and try one of your cupcakes.
Awesome.
Are you going to have one with me?
I will.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so I really love, are these pecans?
These are pecans, yes.
Okay. I love pecans. All right, so while we're trying this, after I'm going to ask you, how do you stay consistent with your taste? I think that's one of a big question that a lot of people want to know. I feel like as a baker, you have to be consistent, to keep that business rolling. So after we try our cupcake, we'll go ahead and answer that. This is really good.
It is.
This is probably like one of the best red velvets I've had.
Oh my God, yes.
It's so good. It's very moist. So how do you stay consistent?
A lot of people, when they don't realize to stay consistent is that you have to follow your recipe. And even sometimes, sometimes when you're baking, if it's telling you to have your temperature at a certain temp, it is based off of how you gotta know your oven. And a lot of times that we overcook, and so you gotta know the time frame, how long it takes. And my teacher, Miss Betty Huffman, the technique that she taught us was to put a toothpick inside your cupcake.
Yeah, I learned that from
And
grandma.
if it comes out clean or with the little flour in there, it's ready.
Okay.
And sometimes we don't think that we can overcook stuff, because when you take it out of the oven, it is still cooking.
Gotcha.
So it's just a technique that you gotta know to make sure that there's consistency and that your stuff is moist.
Love it.
Yeah.
And these are really, really good. So how far in advance should we book your baking?
At least 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
2 weeks?
2 weeks in advance. And sometimes it's My schedule can be a little overpowering. So, but for the most part of it, I would say 2 weeks or maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and tell our viewers where we can go ahead and find you and learn more about your bakery.
Okay, you can find me. As of now, I'm doing things out of my home, but I do have ways that you could contact me through my Facebook page. A lot of people have through word of mouth. So, but you could do my Facebook page. I do have an email address that you could also contact me as well at truedeliciousbakery.com.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, you guys can take my word for it. Her red velvet cupcakes were literally one of the best that I've had. So thank you so much for joining me on Town & Country
Thank you.
today. Of course.
Yes,
All right,
it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but coming up,